Hey everybody, this is Isaac with Deluxe Detail Service. In this video, we're in my dirty bathroom and I'm going to show you how I clean my buffing pads. An actual dedicated pad washer are pretty expensive. In this video, I'm going to show you how I do it pretty much free or very cheap, and a very simple method that I use. So I got the dirty pad on the buffer. And then I'm gonna explain what I do, then I'll show you. So I got the shower mat, and it's like a rough, knobby surface. And I turn the water on kind of warm, not too hot. If you do it very hot, then it'll wear off, the Velcro on the pads will peel off because they're like glued on there. And I use, for tractors and stuff, I use pretty cheap pads. And so to make them last as long as possible, I just use warm water. And then, so I'll get some water on the shower mat and I'll put some squirts of baby soap on it. The baby soap will clean it out pretty well, and it's also easy on the pads. For a while I was using a degreaser like Super Clean, but since, like I said, these are cheap pads, it's pretty harsh on them. So yeah, and now I'm gonna show you how I do it. All right everyone, so I got some water and a few squirts of baby soap on the shower mat. You don't want a whole bunch of water on there because with the buffer going, it'll start throwing it all around. You don't want to get the battery and everything wet. So I just got a little bit of water on there. I got the buffer on its lowest setting, so I'm not throwing stuff everywhere. So now I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm gonna try to do this one-handed. You want to put a lot of pressure on there. You can already see all the crap coming out of it. So the shower mat is a rough, knobby surface. This is pretty much what an actual pad washer does, but this is free. I mean, the shower mat's probably like 10 bucks and the baby soap is cheap. So I'll just do this a couple times over and over again. See it's still dirty, but it's cleaning it out. Speed it up a little bit. You can see how dirty the water already is. All right guys, so I made a couple passes on the shower mat. Pad came out a lot cleaner. I think it's gonna be a little stained, but it is a clean pad. You see how dirty that water is? That's all the oils and dirt from polishing. I use these on a tractor and combine, so they're pretty dirty. Well, they were. It's a clean pad now. I do want to mention one thing, especially with these cheaper pads. You don't want to sit there and just go full throttle, because that will induce heat and eventually it'll probably tear them apart or rip off the Velcro backing. Before I thought about doing it this way, I would put them in the washer and dryer, and even on the no heat and like delicate setting, it was still pretty rough on these cheap pads. On more expensive pads, it probably wouldn't be an issue to use a washer and dryer, but I found this way is just the easiest and fastest way on all my pads. So that one came out a lot better. It's probably gonna be stained. These ones are very bad, so I'm gonna get to cleaning them and I'll show you what they look like. And after that, I'll show you guys how I dry them. It's very simple. All right, everybody, I just wanted to show you again on another pad. Look how dirty that thing is. That's from Buffing and Combine tractor. See, these pads are pretty scarred up. If you catch an edge on a tractor, something that rips them up real quick. That's why whenever I do those big jobs, I stick to the cheaper ones. If I was buying expensive like Lake Country pads, I'd end up spending a fortune replacing them because these are tearing up all the time. They do a pretty good job, and it's a pretty good bang for your buck. These are like SPTA pads on Amazon. I forget how much they are. They're 7-inch pads on a 7-inch rotary. It works great for big jobs. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you how to do this again. So baby soap, just do this one-handed. Just put some squirts on there. Got a little bit of water on here, not a lot. And let's get it. So you see how dirty that is? Smear the soap around. And that's just like literally like 5 seconds of doing it. Look how much cleaner it is. I can still probably get it a little bit cleaner, but I'll have to use 2 hands for that. So I will show you what they look like. All right guys, just literally with like 5 minutes of work, a couple squirts of baby soap, some water, cheap bath mat. That's what these pads look like. They're stained up pretty good, but they're a lot cleaner than they were. You rub your hand on it, you don't get any oils or anything coming off, just clean water. So that's how you know they're clean. All right guys, this is a little bonus for you. This is a Hexlogic Chemical Guys orange pad. So yes, that is supposed to be orange. That's all John Deere dead tractor paint that's caked up in there. I think it's gonna be stained pretty good, but I also think we can get it pretty clean. Let's see if this method works. I got some fresh, well, kind of fresh water, some new soap on there. So let's get it, see if this works. Oh, wet. See, it's already coming off. I don't think the woman's gonna be happy about this, but oh well. All right guys, look at that. I made a bunch of passes. Look at the carnage. Now that's a clean pad. She's stained, but that'll probably be a dedicated tractor pad from now on. I don't want to use this on anybody's car after that, but that is a huge difference. Using very basic materials and techniques. You don't need no expensive power washer, or pad washer, not power washer. Power washer rip that apart real quick. But you don't need no expensive gizmos and gadgets to clean your stuff, guys. All right guys, I'm outside now. Now we're moving on to the drying section of the video. Once you get them all cleaned up, instead of throwing them in the washer and potentially messing them up, I put it on the machine. I got it cranked to the highest setting and get out of the way a little bit and just crank the trigger. It's almost dry already. Might have to do it a couple times, but that's a simple way to dry them. And even if they're very slightly damp, that's okay. But this is Isaac with Deluxe Detail Service. Here showing you how to clean your dirty buffing pads simply and cheaply. And thanks for watching my video. I'll catch you on the next one.